Good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. It is Christmas week. We're having a whole lot of fun here. I've been telling some stories. Yesterday I told a couple stories. And I'm going to tell a couple more today. I'm trying to figure out where to properly clip my earpiece. I'm wearing a hoodie. You know, let me put this down. I'm always wearing my Fannin County jersey. And I like my Fannin County baseball jersey. But, you know, I got up this morning and I said, you know what, I'm going to represent Gilmer today. So I'm wearing my Gilmer sweatshirt this morning, Gilmer County, Georgia. So I feel like I'm on an episode of Hee Haw for all of you out there that have a little bit of age on you. You know, where are you from? Ellijay, population 922. Yeehaw, right? All right, so good morning. Only I can do that at 8 a.m. in the morning. All right, so here's how you get in touch with us on the show. That would be 706-889 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700, and trying to turn my computer back on. And also you can email the show, chief@fetchernews.com, chief@fetchernews.com. Follow us on Twitter, that is @fetchernews, at FYNTV. Also, go and like our Facebook page, fetchernews.com. I want to thank Bruce for my sticker. It said, I love the Constitution, so I had to put it right here on the computer so you could see I love the Constitution all morning long during the show. Thank you, Bruce. It's the little, I hate to call it little, but it's a little Christmas gifts like this I just really enjoy. A good friend, member of the All-Star panel, won't be with us, but Rick will be with us tomorrow. We'll talk about that in just a minute. So what do we have in front of us? Let's go with our ugly Christmas sweater contest before. Yes, I know the tax cuts, and I know they're going to take little Timmy's crutches. And we'll get into that in just a minute, okay? I know the poor kids in America. I mean, the Republicans are out rounding up wheelchairs out as we speak. I mean, they actually have more people. Republicans are going to deport these poor little kids that came in to this country illegally, and we're going to rip them from their parents, and then we're going to kick the kids out of the wheelchair, and I'll be damned if we see a kid with crutches, we're taking them away. That is the Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer impression of the tax bill that President Trump and the Republicans stood up at Capitol Hill and stood up there yesterday and talked about. Anyhow, what are we talking about? Oh, the ugly Christmas sweater. Now, Rose, you got to go through our Facebook page, text messages, everything. You have sent them. You can send your picture of your ugly Christmas sweater. Okay, ugly Christmas sweater to fetchernews.com. You can post it on our Facebook page, Fetcher News Facebook page. You can email it to chief@fetchernews.com. You can text the picture. Some of you have to 706-889-9700. But we have 3 prizes that we're working on. The total value of prizes in this deal is $400. We have a $25. There's going to be multiple winners. There's $25 gift certificate to, here's a little collage of some of the entries we already have. And we're going to have a $25 gift certificate prize to Mesquite Grill. That's $25 to Mesquite Grill right up there in Blue Ridge. You don't want to pass that up. A $25 gift certificate to Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. That's Blue Ridge Ace Hardware, $25. And then the big one is what's the name of this place?
I want you to try it this time. What I tell you yesterday, Equani.
All right, let me try it. Equani Spa.
Yes.
Okay. Equani Spa. So there is, and I'm thinking this one myself. I'm thinking like just finding a sweater and sewing some Christmas lights to it and some beer cans or something to try to win this thing, just so I can get this Equani Spa. right? That is at Brasstown Ball up there, Equani Spa. 50-minute Swedish massage. I'm very interested, okay? And a 1-hour facial. I could go for that. Anyhow, send your pictures. Now, we have, and I don't know, maybe later if you already have it in the list of we're going through, this will be announced tomorrow, maybe about the middle of the show, so somewhere around maybe 9 o'clock or 9:15, we'll announce the winner, put a picture up. Winners of this, put a picture up. But we have a couples, I like that. We had a couple entry yesterday, a man and wife, that sent their sweater in, so maybe we'll put that up. So you can have your sweater, you can have a group, you can have the family, you can have, are you a husband and wife, and you know, and you go out and you have to have your matching Christmas sweaters. I mean, you know, whatever. There you go. So let's move right along. Now, yesterday we passed the tax plan, and the tax plan, the fat cat Republicans and Pelosi and Schumer are going through the roof. And you have this Democrat senator. Now we'll talk, a representative from California. We'll talk about the tie. It's a tie in Virginia. A state Senate race in Virginia has been determined a tie. Really, a tie. I mean, boom, tie. Now, my understanding in Virginia, this will give the balance of power, this seat, to the Virginia State Republicans or the Virginia State Democrats. So the Virginia State Senate, balance of power, it's a tie. I mean, if you like politics or the what is going on here, really? So let's say this, if we went back and we investigated, you know, every state, how'd I get on this? Every state, we always have, I think Roy Moore's down like 20,000 and he won't go away. And his horse is still tied up outside and it's still tied up. And he keeps going out there and saying, look, Ringo, I think his horse name Ringo or Mingo or whatever, or Buckaroo or whatever, you know, look, just eat your oats. And I got you tied up. I'm going to be in the saloon with my cowboy hat on till I decide this daggone campaign's over. I don't know. So, but in the Roy Moore Senate race, we will find out through a period of time legitimate voter fraud. Now, wait a minute. How can you put legitimate and fraud in the same sentence? I'll work on that later. So we'll find that out, that there is, it was accurate, it's real, it's true, there's some kind of voter fraud. I mean, you know, there's 50 Hispanics in some southern town in Alabama that have all the identification and they cast ballots and they're not legal. All right, so we got 50 there. And then we have 50 dead people up in Montgomery, Alabama that actually are on the voters' rolls and somehow they cast a ballot. And then you have 50 up in Birmingham that there's one address where 50 people are registered. Yes, if you really dig deep and you are the kind of person that gets into this of the research. I remember in Pennsylvania, right there in Allentown, Pennsylvania, or Bethlehem, one of the towns there in the Lehigh Valley, they found an address for like 35 voter registrations to that address. So that comes out all the time. So will it be a 20,000 vote turnaround for Roy Moore? No, it will not. Okay. Democrats got mad because Trump said, you know, he would have won the popular vote if the millions of illegal votes that were out there, you know, were taken away, and the media got all upset. So here's what we have found. We have found the majority of all elections where, like, the voting machines get turned on in Philadelphia and there's already votes. You know, you remember that thing, like, turn the lights on and, you know, Barack Obama's already got, you know, 2,500 votes in Philadelphia when they turn the machine on. So that all of that going together, right? History shows us that all voter fraud, the majority, 99.999%, is Democrats, on the Democrat side of the aisle. Okay? I mean, we've been waiting for the dead people to stop voting in Chicago for how long, right? For a Democrat mayor, a Daley, or an Emanuel. So what I'm saying here is there's good odds that in Virginia, of all places where Terry McAuliffe would be, McCabe, Andrew McCabe, Jill McCabe lived there. I mean, the crooked Democrats in Virginia, there's good reason to believe in the Senate race there's some voter fraud somewhere. So this is not only the media is going to go at this in a direction of it's a tie, the balance of power, because you got to understand in the next election in 2018, state houses and the governor's mansions are almost as important to them, okay? They have to get back into the states. Because what happens when the Nancy Pelosi's go to Washington, and even if it's a Democrat president, what happens is they all go up there, and then you got these states, okay? You have these states that do well with Republican governors, even though there's a Democrat in the White House. I mean, remember, during Barack Obama's administration, the state of Texas actually did some things, Abbott, and at that time, Rick Perry, Governor Rick Perry, that the state of Texas economically, that the most job growth in the United States was in the state of Texas for a period of time under Barack Obama. Texas had a Republican Senate. Texas has a Republican House. Texas has a Republican governor. All that being said, people are going to look at this tie, the balance of power in Senate, okay? And they need the Democrat, and they need that for news. So supposedly this Senate race is 1-1, tied. And what will happen is the Board of Elections of the state of Virginia will go into a room, and let's just say, I don't know it exactly, but I'm pretty sure this is what happens. This is how this will get decided. The Board of Elections will go into a room, and they'll pull 9 pieces of paper out of a hat, literally out of a hat. The winner will be, and the winner is, okay? Now think about the next time you go to the Chinese restaurant, right? And, the person comes with the check, and now on the little tray, if there's 4 of you, there's 4 fortune cookies. Well, every time you do that, you always have the one person at the table that is the fortune cookie distributor. Okay, that one person takes charge. They're the fortune cookie distributor at the table. So they grab the fortune cookies and they throw one here, here, and here, and everybody's got their fortune cookie, right? So you open the fortune cookie and you got your lottery numbers, which, you got to have that, right? And then you look on the back and you say, what happened yesterday won't happen today, and tomorrow's going to be like hell or something. I don't know, whatever your fortune is, right? So the point is, that is exactly what's going to happen out of this hat. That's a true story, out of the hat. So what they'll do is they will pull an odd number. Let's say 9. Okay, let's say 9 times. They'll put like 30 pieces of paper. 15 with the Democrat's name, 15 with the Republican. Okay? They'll throw them in this hat. They will pull 9, so it's an odd number. They will, they'll probably get a little kid with crutches to come up there, or in a wheelchair, okay? And they'll probably get a little kid in a wheelchair to come up there and pull the names, because it's Democrat, it's going to be Democrats, and that's the way they like to do it. So they'll have 9 little kids, and they'll get the grandkids, all sorts, and they'll pull 9 names out of the hat. And they'll open them, okay, this one is for the Republican. Yay! This one's for the Democrat. This is for the Democrat. Republican sweat. So whoever gets 5 out of the 9 is the state senator. That's it. It's over. Balance of power in the entire Senate of Virginia. Now, what happens in this district in Virginia? And we're going to get some more details. We'll work on this a little later. But what happens when months down the road, because if I'm Republicans in this district right now, I tear into the voter rolls in every precinct in this district. I go through every address. I go through every vote. I go through every provisional ballot. I go through everything that was supposed to be ID'd. I go through if anybody voted that could not vote. What happens if the Secretary of State of Virginia certifies the name out of the hat and we find out 3 months later that the Republican actually won, and the balance of power should be a Republican, because the balance of power, that's who gets to set the agenda. That's who gets to bring bills to the floor of your state house, is the balance of power. Okay? Now, they won't have a supermajority no matter what happens. Either side will have a supermajority, okay? Which that's another story in itself. But they'll have the balance of power. The balance of power does give them it will give them the opportunity to bring what legislation to the floor, and then the Democrats will have no choice but to vote on the legislation on the floor. That's big in the state houses. See, the state houses they need to get the state houses back so they can bring legislation to the floor. I mean, in Georgia, Democrats are obsolete. The only negative in Georgia is we have our Republican Democrats, our Dixiecrats, okay? We have our own Dixiecrats in Georgia it's the modern, it's the 2017 Dixiecrats. They bring, to me, that's a Southern Republican. I'm going to rename that Dixiecrats of 2017. That is a Southern identified Republican that's actually a Democrat. That's my new definition. So we in Georgia, we have our Dixiecrats that bring legislation to the floor under the guise of being a Republican. But the actual Democrat Party in a lot of these red states, they're obsolete. So Virginia is a blue state. They want to get the balance of power so they can bring some of these things to the floor. So what happens in 3 months when the investigation shows 300 votes? Now, this is not an 800 to 800. This is like an 8,711, 8,700. This is, 16, 17,000. This is 17,000 votes. So what happens when the Republicans find 200, 300 votes that are illegal? What will they do with that in Virginia? Follow that one. I know that's not a lead for most people, okay? Tax cuts yesterday. Democrats can't stand it because it's going to push close to $4 trillion into the economy. And Reuters yesterday, and I did watch Morning Joe at 6 o'clock, and they are crying, and they cannot believe Orrin Hatch. I mean, this guy is a Mormon. What Orrin Hatch did yesterday is huge. Who is this McEachern guy? Remember him, the never-Trumper from Utah? Right? Is that his name? The never Trumper from Utah? Okay. Remember so we've got Orrin Hatch. All right. So what's in the water in Utah? Because remember, it's about 3 weeks ago. All right. Mitt Romney wants to be the next senator of Utah. Mitt Romney wants Orrin Hatch. Now, these are the Mormons out there. Don't get me wrong. This is not an anti-Mormon segment. But Mitt Romney wants to be the next senator from the state of Utah, right? Because he's a tall, chiseled out Mormon, and he fits everything they want in Utah, right? Saved the Olympics in Utah, former governor of Massachusetts, gave us Obamacare via Boston Care, Massachusetts Care. So Orrin Hatch is, 80 now? And Donald Trump goes out to Utah and returns 2 million acres, okay? 2 million acres he returns, President of the United States, to the people from the federal government. Look, we had no right to this. We're returning this land, right? And he looks at Orrin Hatch and says, screw Mitt Romney, I think you should be senator, till you're like 104. So what's up in the water? But yesterday, Orrin Hatch comes to the podium from Utah and makes this statement about the President of the United States. You got that ready? Get that ready, Sam. Tell me when you're ready. This is the statement. It's 2 minutes. You need to hear it. Orrin Hatch of Utah, and the Democrats have gone crazy over this morning. Go ahead, Sam.
I want to ask Orrin Hatch, a special friend of mine, I can tell you that, somebody that spoke really well of me when it wasn't exactly the easiest thing to do. He was just always in there, always fighting for all of us, and did a fantastic job as chairman. Orrin, say a few words, please.
Well, Mr. President, I have to say that you're living up to everything I thought you would. You're one heck of a leader, and we're all benefiting from it. This bill could not have passed without you, couldn't have passed without the Alaskan delegation, couldn't have passed without the leadership in the House and the Senate, Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell, and the other leaders as well. All I can say is that we're making headway. This is just the beginning. You stop and think about it. This president hasn't even been in office for a year. And look at all the things that he's been able to get done by sheer will in many ways. And I just hope that we all get behind him every way we can, and we'll get this country turned around in ways that will benefit the whole world, but above all, benefit our people and bring us all to a realization of how really great America really is and how the rest of the world depends on us. I love this country. I came from very humble roots, and I have to say that this is one of the great privileges of my life, to stand here on the White House lawn with the President of the United States, who I love and appreciate so much, and with these wonderful colleagues and cabinet members who stand behind us. And to see all of you and realize that you care too. All I can say is that God loves this country. We all know it. We wouldn't be where we are without him. And we love all of you. And we're going to keep fighting, and we're going to make this the greatest presidency that we've seen, not only in generations, but maybe ever. God bless all of you.
Thank you.
Folks, Orrin Hatch, and I know if you have watched this show over and over and over again, you know Reagan stays on the desk, Ronald Reagan. I have told you over and over, this is the greatest president in my lifetime. And Orrin Hatch, in 1 year, you see, Orrin Hatch was senator when Ronald Reagan was president of the United States. 80 years old. Greatest presidency ever. He went that distance, greatest ever, in 1 year. That has spun the liberals' heads completely off. That has spun Pelosi, Schumer, Morning Joe, CNN, Minka, that has spun KCDC. That has spun their heads completely off. They exploded yesterday with this celebration. They exploded because everybody in the podium, from Mitch McConnell to Paul Ryan to Orrin Hatch to Mike Pence, shared their appreciation and discussed the leadership, brought out the leadership of the President of the United States. And it's blown their heads. 1 year, regulations gone. 1 year, most regulations, not all, but I mean regulations that were hampering business. 1 year, judges, lower level judges, conservative judges going to the bench over and over and over. The Obamacare mandate is gone. So yesterday, with the announcement of the passing AT&T and 2 banks offer bonus pay hikes in the wake of the U.S. tax reform, okay? Now, you remember, I brought you yesterday morning, okay? Because on MSNBC, what were they saying? They were saying they were going to keep it for themselves. You know, they are painting the fat cat picture. And then Nancy Pelosi and this representative, I forget her name, we'll get into it, Spear from Democrat, Representative Spear. It's like taking Timmy's crutches, little Timmy's crutches, these Republicans. They're going to take health care from poor little kids and give them crumbs. That's how low. They are the throw grandma over the hill party. They're down to the children. Okay, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. But AT&T, Wells Fargo, and Boeing, okay, company were among American companies promising more pay for workers and more investment in training on Wednesday after the biggest overhaul of the U.S. tax code in 30 years. No, don't say more training. Don't say more investment. You can't say investment. You can't say that this tax cut will allow and corporations will invest. Folks, we're going to go over this story. We're going to show you how the Democrats are responding to this, and I'm going to tell you a couple Christmas stories, okay? Yesterday, I told you a story about Hot Wheel tracks, okay? You'll just have to go back and get that one. Yesterday is a long story about, city cousins visiting country cousins during Christmas and, the whole Hot Wheel tracks, remember? Got to get that story on YouTube. We have it there. And then I told you a little story I called Getting Granny's Mail, okay? Getting Granny's Mail. Anyhow, I've got a couple more stories I'm going to tell this morning later in the show. We're enjoying our Christmas week, and we're going to talk about being at Circuit World in Blue Ridge tomorrow morning for our final Friday show, I guess, of the year. I guess it's not final Friday show, I guess, but maybe final Friday show on the road. Is that who we are? Thank God there's somebody in another room. I keep hearing these little voices in my head. I know. I always get, they didn't hear that, just you did, but I'm just telling them it's good I have voices in my head. Take a break, Sam. We'll be right back.
You show us everything you got. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Better days ahead.
'Tis the season of huge year-end discounts at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Every 2017 and 2018 Chevy is discounted deep right now. Like $5,000 off Equinox LT from $26,750, or a whopping $10,000 off new Silverado Crew Cabs from $33,695. Unwrap huge holiday savings on every Chevy at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where we make the holidays bright.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Kenty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Fine sterling silver, luxurious baby alpaca and exotic woods. A beautiful selection of exquisitely crafted gifts for all of your special occasions. Visit our website, artesiansilvergifts.com, or follow us on Twitter at Artesian Silver Gifts. Kenty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop in downtown Blue Ridge.
Okay, we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. First and foremost, here's how you can contact the show: 706-889-9700. 706-889-9700. Yes, I did get text messages yesterday that I need a haircut. I have been told that several times. I'm thinking that through the holidays. We'll see what happens. Maybe I come back the first of the year new and improved, right? Okay, God. There you go. 706-889-9700. Then we have Chief. That is chief@fetchernews.com is how you get the show. And then follow us on Twitter at FetcherNews, at FYNTV. Please go to YouTube and join our YouTube or become a member or subscribe. That's, I think, what YouTube says at the top. Go there and subscribe on our YouTube channel. And you'll get the anytime we have a live show or we post something, you'll get a notification on our YouTube channel. And then find our Facebook page, FetcherNews.com Facebook page, and like that today. Tell your friends. We always ask you to tell your friends, please. Now we have our ugly Christmas contest sweater, not ugly Christmas contest. Ugly Christmas sweater contest going on. We will announce the winner. We've had so many. It's great. We've really enjoyed doing this week. We'll announce the winner tomorrow. Rose, tell them, there you go. Tell them December 22nd. That's tomorrow. Also, the government runs out of money the same day, so you'll probably need these little prizes to give you a pick-me-up. But here are some of the pictures of the collage of some of the sweaters we have been getting in here, and you can send those to us also, chief@fetchernews.com, 889-9700, or our Facebook page. Your husband, your husband's Christmas sweater, whatever. We have 3 prizes that'll be given out. We have a gift certificates. We'll start with those. That is to Mesquite Grill. Mesquite Grill, $25 gift certificate in Blue Ridge. We have a $25 gift certificate to Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. And then the big prize, Equani or whatever. Equani, I got there. Okay, Equani Spa. Sam said, I'm not helping you anymore. You're on your own. Okay, Equani Spa, 50-minute Swedish massage and 1-hour facial. That's up there at Brasstown Ball. So that's an exciting prize there. Okay, now back to the show. On with the show. You know, I like to. It's Christmas, so I like to. You know, I wish I could start like every segment with that Bugs Bunny intro. On with the show. You know, I'd like to do that. I know what you're saying. So, AT&T and 2 banks offer bonuses. Now, this is what's happening. Here are the dangerous words to Democrats. Investment. You see, yesterday they came out And we'll give the Democrat side, and I told you the Democrats own, and I don't say this in a positive way, Democrats own Obamacare. Now Democrats own, drum roll please, the tax bill. No, the Republicans passed it. No, Democrats own that they did not vote for tax reform and the Jobs Act. They own that they did not a one, not a Democrat. This is it. Republicans could go home and say, I know these companies have invested in our district. I know there's investment coming. Okay? I know old Bill. They're still out there. It's still America, folks. No matter how bad they try to take it away, how bad they try to eliminate our identity. We have a president of the United States that wants to put our identity back. The United States of America. They have tried to destroy our identity, and it's still America. So you got old Bill, and he does have a car lot, and the representative stops by and says, Bill, how are you doing? He says, wow, everybody has a job, and they're making pretty good money, so we can't keep the cars in here. People are just, we're having a record year. Really? Okay. Now, wait a minute, but I thought the auto industry had record years a couple years ago. Folks, this will not be artificial stimulus. You may actually have manufacturers on car lots. This could happen. That don't have to do 60 months zero interest. They may not have to. This will blow your damn mind. They may have somebody show up to purchase a car with a down payment. Well, that happens every day. I understand. I'm not knocking the people that do that, but they may actually have that happen. Well, I want an interest rate, and I'm here to buy that truck, and I want the best deal, and I'm ready to put $10,000 down. You'll have salespeople falling out of their chair. Hold on, let me go get the manager. They have a down payment. What do we do? This is going to be real, okay? The Democrats are going to own it in a negative way. Now, what do I tell you on the show day after day after day? The tax breaks to corporation, the tax cuts, they're worthless if there's not the investment back into our country. And what did I tell you? This president has prepared the country for the investment. AT&T were among these companies promising more for workers. Not for workers. Damn it, you can't do that. Pelosi and them said it would not happen. More for workers. This comes from Reuters, okay? More for workers and more investment in training. No. On Wednesday, after the biggest overhaul of the U.S. tax code in 30 years. 30 years, okay? This is 30. The Republican-controlled U.S. House of Representatives gave final approval to the bill Wednesday, blah, 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 moved it to 21%. The companies announced gave at least some support to claims by President Trump and fellow Republicans that their bill would lead to more investment in the U.S. with more money they saved. AT&T, the number 2 wireless carrier, said it will pay $1,000 bonuses to more than 200,000 employees and invest an additional $1 billion in the United States in 2018. Once the tax reform bill is signed into law, an AT&T spokesman said the bonuses were unrelated to the $1,000 and the $20,000 AT&T mobility employees, 20,000 or at that 20,000 AT&T mobility employees would agree agreement with the communications workers. Employee eligible for bonuses are all union represented, non-management, and frontline employees, AT&T said in a statement. The company has more than 250,000 employees. Folks, it has started. Consumer confidence is up. Companies feel they understand what tomorrow will bring. They're going to invest in this country, okay? Invest in this country over and over. Regional U.S. Bank, Fifth Third Bank Corp, said it would raise their hourly wage for nearly 3,000 of its employees to $15 and give a one-time bonus of $1,000 and more than 13,500 employees, which its CEO said was made possible by the corporate tax cut. Can't be true. Because you're talking about, are you sure that this paragraph did not say Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats changed minimum wage to $15 an hour? Are you sure the company did not make their own decision to make their bottom number $15? Are you sure this was not a government mandate? Are you sure this is not a government regulation? Are you sure this is not something Democrats did for these employees? Well, how dare this evil corporation do this? How dare Republicans take a hands-off approach and give them the money and say, hey, why don't you go do right by your people? Whatever you want, it's your money. How dare this happen? $15 an hour, okay? And a one-time bonus. The CEO of this bank for 13,500 employees said it was possible. It was made possible by the corporate tax cut. They want you to believe that corporations are this monstrosity that nobody walks into. It's an electronic thing. It's a machine. They never want you to feel the corporation has any people in it. They never want you to feel that anyone that's incorporated in the United States of America has any people walking through the door and actually doing a job. So, the Democrats can only go solo, all right? And this is truly how they feel. Now, put up the picture there, Tiny Tim and his crutch there. You know, here's Tiny Tim and his crutch, right? Here's Tiny Tim and his crutch. While discussing the tax bill and the reauthorization of the Children's Health Insurance Program, CHIP, okay? During a press conference on Wednesday, Representative Jackie Spears, Democrat from California, stated Congress is taking away Tiny Tim's crutch while giving the wealthy a big gift. And this may be get that other video ready, not the one I just sent you, the one before that, okay? Tiny Tim's crutch while giving the wealthy a big gift. And this may be the most shameful day in the history of Congress. This is how the Democrats see the fat cats in the corporation. This is how the Democrats see the Republicans. This is the kids that they feel are on chip. Play that video, Sam.
Please, sir. I want some more.
What?
Please, sir. I want some more.
That's the beetle!
Mr. Lumpkins, I beg your pardon, sir. Oliver Twist has asked for more.
For more? Compose yourself, Mr. Bumble, and answer me distinctly. Do I understand that he asked for more after he had eaten his supper?
He did, sir.
That boy will be hanged.
If we don't authorize CHIP, the Children's Health Insurance Program, we're going to take their crutches, the poor little kids. We're going to take their wheelchairs. That is what they want you to believe. Spears said, you know, this is the ultimate bad Christmas Carol story. This may be the most shameful day in the history of Congress. Today in the House, we are going to shake down hardworking Americans for 1.3 to 2.3, depending on how you count it, $1 trillion tax cut. And at the same time, we're going to put 9 million kids at risk. And these 9 million kids aren't eligible for Medicaid. And these families can't afford the Affordable Care Act because they have to pay a certain amount, and the subsidized amount doesn't cover the cost. They are truly out in the cold, which Nancy Pelosi went on to validate little Timmy's crutch. 9 million kids. Let me tell you something, okay? Here's what's about to happen, all right? We're not going to take, there's no Republican wanted to push Granny off the hill. No Republican ever wanted to take Granny's Social Security money. No Republican ever wanted to do this to the elderly. Now it's 9 million kids. They are so low. They have gotten so low, they don't know what to do, okay? Because you actually may see capitalism at work. You actually may see, okay, the private sector of this country boom and explode like never before. Okay? They can't handle this. They're going crazy this morning. All right? What they want you to believe is that we're really, truly going to take crutches away from little Timmy. We're going to take kids out of wheelchairs. Okay? That's what they want to believe. Let me tell you, there'll not be a kid. Let me sum up how America needs to turn around. There will not be a single kid in America lose their crutches. There will not be one single kid in America be knocked out of their wheelchair. But there may be some fat-ass Americans with their asses knocked off their Walmart electric carts. That's what might happen, not the kids. I'm sorry. Take a break. Let me regroup.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia, Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Highway 515 South, Jasper. SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
Hey, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. First and foremost, you can reach us at this show at 706-889-9700, chief at FetcherNews.com. Follow us on Twitter at FetcherNews, at FYNTV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, FYNTV, FetcherNews.com. Also, we have our ugly Christmas sweater contest going on. You need to get that to us today. Rose is blasting it out. We're going to have that. We have prizes, multiple winners tomorrow on the show. 12:22 tomorrow. We're at Circuit World in Blue Ridge on Friday's show. So that's tomorrow. Get that to us. Facebook page, Fetcher News Facebook page. Text us the pictures. Email the pictures, whatever you got to do, get them to us today. Today's the last day you can enter. There are 3 different prizes. There is the $25 gift certificate to Mesquite Grill. Mesquite Grill's in Blue Ridge, Georgia. You'll get that $25 gift certificate there. $25 gift certificate to Ace Hardware in Blue Ridge. That's Ace Hardware in Blue Ridge, $25. And then the big one is Equani Spa. I have to try it because Sam's refused to help me any longer with this. She says it's down to the wire. It's time you understand what's going on. So Equani Spa, 50-minute Swedish massage. That's happening, and a 1-hour facial, and that is at, where's that at? Oh, that's at Brasstown Ball. So
Brasstown Valley.
Brasstown Valley. Okay, wherever. It's up there somewhere, headed towards Hiawassee on the left. All right, so get that to us now. I told you earlier, and I just want to put some actual facts in, okay? Virginia Elections Board to pick random winner in tied House race, okay? They put 2 names in. Somebody shakes it up, and they pull it out. This comes from the Richmond Times, Richmond, Virginia, in Dispatch this morning. And this is from Graham Mumal. Okay, Richmond Times, and
we've been open for a year, and during that time, we've made
an apparent 1-vote Democrat victory in the Newport News area House of Delegates race turned into a tie Wednesday, created an unprecedented scenario in which control of the House will be decided by state officials, essentially drawing a name out of a hat. Under the state law, the state board of elections now have to break the tie in the 94th House District through determination by lot. They're going to draw a lot, see who gets the short straw here. The wildest turn yet after a roller coaster week in Virginia politics. Republican delegate Republican David E. Yancey entered Tuesday's recount with a 10-vote lead after Republican David E. Yancey entered Tuesday's recount with a 10-vote lead. See, the Republican entered Tuesday's recount 10-vote lead over Democrat Shelley Simmons. At the end of the recount, Simmons appeared to have 1 vote lead over Yancey, which would create a 50-50 split. Okay? A 50-50 split after Democrats flipped 15 other GOP seats in a wave election last month in Virginia. Republicans indicated Tuesday evening that they wouldn't challenge the outcome when it went before a 3-panel judge for final approval. But on Wednesday morning, Yancey's campaign asked the court to accept a ballot that had been tossed aside. 1 ballot was tossed aside. The voter had filled in bubbles for both Yancey and Simmons, but had put a slash through the Simmons, like she made a mistake bubble, which the count interpreted as an intent to vote for Yancey. On the same ballot, the voter had made an X on the filled-in bubble beside the name Republican gubernatorial candidate Ed Gillespie. The ballot incurred cleared votes for Republicans in the race for Attorney General. The additional vote for Yancey meant each candidate finished. I had 7. Each candidate finished with 11,608 votes. Each candidate, 11,608 votes. I imagine we'll probably get together next week, State Board of Elections Chairman James Alcorn said in an interview. We could call an emergency meeting this week. Alcorn said ties are rare. Folks, there's no such thing as an 11,608 vote tie in today's voting system. Somewhere there's some cheating going on. So I want to know what happens when we find out the Republican is really ahead 200-300 votes after the investigations are done. So states were trying, if I am these 2 candidates, I just void the election. My attorneys say void the election. I go before the judge and say, Your Honor, you're calling it a tie. My candidate could lose. 3 months from now, we could find out there's a 300 vote. I mean, if both candidates, that's 23,000, that's over 23,000 votes, we could find out 10 to 20 are not valid votes, that they were cast illegally, that they're not real votes. So I would push, if I was the attorney, for either party here. The Democrat won't. They'll go with the hat. I promise you. Something says the hat with Terry McAuliffe. I imagine we'll probably get together. Acorn said ties are rare. In those situations, the election board typically draws names out of the hat. I believe one locality uses the old-fashioned tri-corner hat for these occasions. All right, they're going to get the old colonial style hat. They put 2 names in, but shake it up, and they pull it. The State Board of Elections member Claire, it's straws. So every member of the Board of Election will pull a name, and the end will be whoever has the most names. We will see. So anyhow, that's what's going on in Virginia. Republicans, please fight this in court. Republicans, please say, no, we're not accepting a tie. Here's what we'll accept. We'll accept a state investigation of all voters. Authenticate every voter in the state, or in the district. Authenticate. Have the court oversee authenticating. You remember Al Gore? Remember the recount down there? Remember that? We all watch it on TV. Like, they had like 6 people. Remember Al Gore on the recount? And they would look at it, hold it up, hanging Chad, and hold it in the light. Pass it to the next one. Pass it to the next one. Okay, we'll agree on that. They put panels together to guess who got him in Al Gore's Florida recount, right? And George W. Bush. Demand a recount under an evaluation of every voter's legal vote. After that, sign something that says, I will accept the court saying these are valid voters and they're legal votes. Then whatever that number is, I'll take. Or let's vote again. Let's do it again. That's my opinion. Okay, so we have that, right? We're talking about that. Now, yesterday, and I want to play this as 2 minutes for a reason. Yesterday, Trump asked the press to stay. They had a cabinet meeting, okay? They're going crazy, okay? Absolutely crazy. And you're wondering where Ben Carson went. Okay, where did Ben Carson go? So what is customary is a press. The press is allowed into the first part of the cabinet meeting. All right. So they have the cabinet meeting and they have the press. Comes in and they're in there for the first 15 minutes, and then the press is escorted out, and it's a closed session of cabinet. Okay. Yesterday, Donald Trump asked the press to stay, and you'll wonder where Ben Carson is. Stay for this 2 minutes. It's Christmas. You're going to like it. Play this, Sam. Yeah.
Tried to get it. Bush tried to get it. Everybody tried to get it. They couldn't get it passed. That just happens to be here. And we did that at the request of the 2 great senators from the state of Alaska, which is a very special place. But I will tell you, Anwar is a big, big deal. It's not ever mentioned by the press, and that was fine until now. Now you can mention it. So we're going to have tremendous energy coming out of that part of the world, and people have wanted to do it for 40 years. So with that, I'm going to ask Ben Carson, and you can stay if you want it, because you need the prayer more than I do, I think. You may be the only ones. Maybe a good, solid prayer, and they'll be honest, Ben. Is that possible? So, Ben, we'll ask you to say grace. Thank you.
Our kind Father in heaven, we're so thankful for the opportunities and the freedom that you've granted us in this country. We thank you for a president and for cabinet members who are courageous, who are willing to face the winds of controversy in order to provide a better future for those who come behind us. We're thankful for the unity in Congress that has presented an opportunity for our economy to expand so that we can fight the corrosive debt that has been destroying our future. And we hope that that unity will spread even beyond party lines so that people recognize that we have a nation that is worth saving, and recognize that nations divided against themselves cannot stand. In this time of discord, distrust, and dishonesty, we ask that you would give us a spirit of gratitude, compassion, and common sense, and give us the wisdom to be able to guide this great nation. In the future, we ask in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Ben. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Mike, would you like to say a few words?
It's driving them crazy, folks. It is driving them crazy. Most of the liberal, left-leaning, progressive, whack job media, they're atheists. They do not want to be in this room. They can't stand this. Okay? But I have to tell you this morning, if you don't like this guy that's president of the United States, I don't know what to do for you. I have waited. A good, honest prayer wouldn't hurt you. You probably need it more than I do. You probably need it more than anybody in the room. You damn crooked media, you know. A good, honest prayer. Maybe if you say an honest prayer, maybe you might come out, a good honest prayer. Maybe you might come out with some honest, news. I'm so sorry, folks. If you don't like this guy, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, and Ben Carson, a house divided. So that is your cabinet meeting. That is the integrity and the quality in that room. I don't care if President Donald Trump tweets this morning, Kirsten Gillibrand will do anything for a campaign contribution. I don't care. I don't care if that man says Pocahontas 12 times today. I don't care. I don't care if he tweets crooked Hillary should be in jail. I don't care. I don't care if he tweets that Minka showed up at Mar-a-Lago in Florida with, her face bleeding after a facelift. I don't care. I don't care if he tweets out Joe Scarborough had a 28-year-old intern working for him or a staff member, 28 years old, that stood up. I think she was in pretty good health. She did jog. They say she had a heart arrhythmia that they did not know about, okay? But a 28-year-old Joe Scarborough assistant, okay, in his field office, stood up, spun around, got dizzy, fell, banged her head on the desk, and was killed. And the investigation said nothing to see here. And Joe Scarborough abruptly, what did he do? Resigned 2 minutes after the fact, right? I don't care if he tweeted that out. I don't care. Got it? Can I say it again? I don't care what he tweets today. If you don't you can't figure out why the American people like that guy, is, you know what? They have a cabinet meeting. And you know what? It's not, a cabinet meeting with Obama and Hillary Clinton and Eric Holder. We look down the table and we look at these crooks, criminals, and thieves, okay? Rahm Emanuel. The low-life people down that cabinet table, right? But they have a cabinet meeting and President Donald Trump says, you need this prayer. You probably need it more than I do. You need it more than anybody in the room. A good, honest prayer wouldn't hurt you. A good, solid prayer may be just what you need to write an honest article. A house divided, and you were looking for Ben Carson. I had to go there with the honest prayer. I had to do it. That has made my day on that. Now, let me switch over. Let's make this a different segment, Sam, so that way Rose and I were talking. We're going to keep these clips together. I guess we're going to, every time I do one of these, we're going to do it, Sam is over there smiling way too much. Now, what are you up to? Now, I'm going to tell you, they're over there. You don't understand, folks. I can see over, we call it the control room, okay? Her and Rose are the captains on the Starship Enterprise over there of Star Trek. They're running the show over there, okay? And the two of them start talking a lot, and something's going on.
We're going to put together all your stories and call it the Wayback Machine.
The Wayback Machine, growing up BKP. Okay, so here we go. Now, I have, the other day I said, we got to be careful. The other day I said, I'm really coming out here saying, and I can't say coming out, can I? How do I say this? I can't say exposing myself or being exposed or letting you know where I can't say coming out, right? That you can't say that anymore. Anyhow, so I know in the South, so I grew up in Mansfield Township, New Jersey. Mansfield Township, New Jersey, which our address was Hackettstown, New Jersey, all right? And if you go and get a bag of M&Ms today, and most of the kids I grew up with in the subdivision, all right? Most of the kids I grew up with in the subdivision, a good part of them, a lot of them, their dads worked at Picatinny Arsenal, all right? That's a military arsenal back then in New Jersey. I don't even know if it's still there. But a lot of my friends that grew up, their moms or dads worked at M&M Mars. Okay, M&M was a factory 5 miles down the road, 6 miles down the road. And if you go and buy a bag of M&Ms, it should say M&M Mars on the back, Hackettstown, New Jersey, 07840. See if it says 07840, and I am just doing that from memory of growing up there, okay? So anyhow, but it's Mansfield Township Elementary School, Mansfield Township. So we move into this subdivision, all right? Dad moves us into this subdivision. We're going to stay with the Wayback Machine. We're going to stay with 1970 something, okay? This is maybe late 1960s. Could be, okay? Just could be, okay? So I thought this morning, you know, there's a couple things I thought I would do. I thought I would show you. So let's go with the one called the house, all right? So you got the picture of the house. Okay, so this house right here, this is in a subdivision, Diamond Hill, New Jersey. This is the house I grew up in, right? This is the house right here. Got the big front porch, back porch, so this is big yard. Had to cut the grass, right? I had to cut the grass. 8 years old, child labor, right? So this is where I grew up in this subdivision, all right? Played baseball in the side yard. So let's go with the one that says, I think it says Parkview. Is that what it says? Okay, so this is Parkview Drive. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Parkview Drive, okay? So, Parkview Drive, as you can see, and this subdivision has 200 houses. This is in 1970-something. You see how long this hill is, okay? And you see the other corner where I live, it's right on the corner, is Slope. There's Slope Drive, Highland Avenue, and Parkview Drive, right? So Slope Drive is the drive that goes all the way to the subdivision, out to the main highway, State Highway, Route 57, right? But Parkview is this long drive, okay, up through here, Parkview Drive, and bicycles, we would fly down this hill, okay? So right about where it says Parkview Drive on the picture, we would go in, you know, the garages of all the houses were, 8 years old, 8 and 6. Let's go 10 and 8. Let's use 10 and 8 for, So we go to all the garages and we'd find the dad's doors, old doors that he'd taken off the house. So you got they call them slabs, right? So we find who has a door, right? So we find a door and we come out and now show the bicycle and then go back to this. This is the bike I got for Christmas, right? I think I got this bike. Let's go 8 years old, okay? So I get this bike. This is a Huffy. This is a Huffy bicycle, 1970 something, banana seat, right? This is the bike. So now let's go back to Parkview Drive. So obviously we're 10 years old and we got our bikes, right? And there's 200 houses in the subdivision. So there's, always 10-year-old boys at any time with bicycles just like that. So go back to Parkview Drive. Now, so anyhow, what we would do is we would find, and you remember the old metal garbage cans, the metal garbage cans, you drug out to the street every Tuesday morning and set at the end of the street. So we'd find a door, we'd get it out there, and we would set up a garbage can. This is our ramp, okay? Now the moms, you had the 2 or 3 guys that watched out for the moms, okay? So we go and we set that up. Then everybody would get garbage cans, and we'd take turns to see if we could jump with these bicycles. 3. Who held the record? 3 garbage cans, 4 garbage cans, right? Until your back tire caught the 1 garbage can and somebody wrecked, and you're all skin up on this road. Because God forbid a kid. Oh, by the way, I left the best part. We don't have a damn bike helmet. We don't have elbow pads. We don't have knee pads. We don't have a damn bike helmet. I mean, what the hell's wrong with us, right? We got a Huffy bike, it's 1970. We got Parkview Drive. We go to the top. So you know something's going on when you see 10-year-old kids walking their bikes up Parkview Drive planning something. So you got the one kid down here, right? You got Nicky. Nicky is the guy, right? So Nicky's got the garbage can. We got the door on the garbage can, right? We got stuff to stabilize it, right? So anyhow, we see how many garbage cans we can jump. This was a daily thing all summer long with that bicycle we got from Christmas. Daily thing, all right? Now, at the end of Parkview Drive, at the very top of this hill, is the baseball field. So you play baseball for 2 hours in the morning. You got tired of that. Then you jumped garbage cans with the Huffy bike. You rode that Huffy bike. Put the bike back for just a minute. Just a minute. I know I'm jumping around, but you get the bike, right? You see the handlebars right there? If you're 10 years old, now I'm not advocating beating a kid up. I'm sorry. I'm not. No bullying. But if you had a Huffy bicycle like this or a Schwinn, we had the 2 or 3 kids with a Schwinn, and how the hell did that get in the mix? So anyhow, if you got this bicycle, right, and you do not have a baseball glove over the handlebar hanging down where the bar is at all times, it's like part of your weapons, right? You have to have it at all times. And you got a bat on the front. If you did not, there was a group of us that would stop you. We were like the patrol of the neighborhood. I mean, if you were riding a bike and there was no glove attached, we would stop you. Kid, where's your glove? What kind of kid are you? Where you come from? Did you just move here? Where's your glove? You don't have a glove on the bike. I mean, it has to be there. What if a game broke out in the side yard? What if you see 2 kids tossing a baseball and you have to pull your bicycle in and all of a sudden get in the middle of the toss and you're not prepared? This is true, folks. You think I'm lying? This is true. This is how we grew up, all right? So anyhow, go to Parkview Drive, all right? So anyhow, I can't believe I'm telling this story. So we go to the top of the hill, right, and we ride our bikes down. We jump everything, every single thing, right? But over to the left of this picture, what you can't see is there's a real nice driveway, like 3 driveways up, that you could cut into the grass and run through the front yard. At that time, we're thinking it's 150 mile an hour, right? Because we're flying down through there, right? Because you could cut in there, okay? So who but yours truly gets a bright idea? Now go to the wall. Do I have a picture that says wall or the wall? Do I have one that says the wall? Driveway. Go to the driveway picture. Okay. Now this is the driveway picture. Let me get there. So you're coming down Parkview. You're doing 180 mile an hour. Well, it was 150 a minute ago, right? So here's the story. You got the driveway. I hope you can see this at home. And this is Nicolosi's wall. That was famous. Nicolosi's wall. Now, not only did we play wall ball, I'll explain that later another time, but if you'll notice, the right side of this brick wall and the back of this driveway is probably a foot higher than the lower side. So, this is coming down Parkview Drive. So I get the bright idea that, you know what? I bet you we could jump the wall. I mean, Fonzie jumped the damn shark. It's not the same time. It's not the same time. But anyhow, Happy Days. Hey, Fonzie jumps a shark. Why the hell can't we jump this wall? Just saying. Okay, so anyhow, I get the bright idea. It's 1970-something that, the 12 Huffies in the group and 2 or 3 Schwinns that we don't know how got there, and the one kid with a bicycle with no glove. So I said, guys, we could jump this wall. I mean, we're coming down here 150 mile an hour. We could cut into Favera's. Everybody, I remember this. We could cut in Favera's front yard. We could go 3 front yards. We could build a ramp. We get a wooden ramp. We build a ramp right there and jump the wall. So everybody thought it was an awesome idea. I mean, we went into planning stage and everything. All right? We'll do it on a Saturday at 10 a.m. We had it all down, right? I'll never forget this, right? So we all get together. We start putting together the engineering the ramp. I swear to God. I mean, this is what happened. So we're engineering the ramp, okay, to jump the wall. Just go back to Parkview one more time and then go back to the wall or the driveway. So we're going to be able to come down here, cut in about 5 houses up, still being going 150 mile an hour, and we're going to be able to jump the driveway. Boom! That's the final launch. So we go in these garages and we start getting all the dad's lumber out. You know, we're getting the lumber out. Somebody's stealing the nails. We're pulling nails out of things, out of back decks, and the decks are falling off the house. Not true, but I mean, we did everything. So we get everything together, and we're over here, we're building the ramp. So we got to build the ramp where nobody sees the ramp. We got to build the ramp where nobody knows. And then we're going to have to put it out there at 10 a.m. in the morning. We're going to have a staff, because we're 10 years old. We got a full staff to get the ramp out there, get down the hill before any parents find out. Okay? How do we do this? So the word gets around the neighborhood. We don't know this. There's no Facebook. There's no Instagram. Nobody's Snapchatting anybody. But somehow the word gets around the neighborhood. We got 250 houses here. That on this certain day, the big jump is going to happen. I'm going to tell you right after this break what happens when the word gets around the neighborhood. Take us to break, Sam.
You show us everything you got. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Tis the season of huge year-end discounts at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Every 2017 and 2018 Chevy is discounted deep right now. Like $5,000 off Equinox LT from $26,750, or a whopping $10,000 off new Silverado Crew Cabs from $33,695. Unwrap huge holiday savings on every Chevy at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where we make the holidays bright.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Kinty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Fine sterling silver, luxurious baby alpaca and exotic woods. A beautiful selection of exquisitely crafted gifts for all of your special occasions. Visit our website, artesiansilvergifts.com, or follow us on Twitter at Artesian Silver Gifts. Kinty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop in downtown Blue Ridge.
Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Before I tell you what happened on the wall, we'll get to that. Let's say, if you ever want to contact the show, 706-889-9700, chief@FetcherNews.com, chief@FetcherNews.com, @FetcherNews, @FYNTV, on Twitter, and also follow us on our YouTube channel, FetchYourNews.com, FYNTV. Subscribe today. And last but not least, our ugly Christmas sweater contest. We want you to, our ugly Christmas sweater contest, send a picture of you and your husband, your kids, whatever, to either our email address, the chief email address, the text us the picture, go to Facebook, tag us, do it today. Contest ends today. All entries at the end of today, midnight tonight, right? Oh, that's also with the government. The government runs out of money midnight tonight, but there's always the option. Okay, we'll talk about the government running out of money before we leave. Stay here, don't leave. So we have 3 prizes. Where's the collage of people? Let's go with that real quick. Some of them. This is just some of the people that you have sent us the sweaters. Get those in today. You could possibly win a $25 gift certificate to Mesquite Grill. Mesquite Grill is located in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Great place to go eat. Just had lunch there last Friday. Also, Blue Ridge Ace Hardware. That's Blue Ridge Ace Hardware. There's $25 gift certificate. And the Equani Spa. Equani Spa is located up there in Brasstown, Georgia. Brasstown Valley. Equani Spa will be a 50-minute Swedish massage and a 1-hour facial. Oh my gosh, that sounds great. So get that ugly Christmas sweater picture in now. So let's get back. Right before we left, let's do the quick recap, okay? Bicycle, Christmas. This is a Christmas story, okay? So I get the Huffy bicycle. It's late 60s, early 70s. We'll just leave it at that. So we get the Huffy bicycle, and I'll tell you the whole story. So what do we do? 10-year-olds. We're using 10-year-olds. I would say. So there's Parkview Drive. If you just joined us, I can't go all the way back. Let me just get wound up. So we got Parkview Drive. We got all the 10-year-old kids. It's a subdivision in Mansfield Township, New Jersey, at 250 houses called Diamond Hill. So let's go to the driveway, Parkview Drive, and there you go. That's Parkview, and we would go all the way top of Parkview Drive, and 10 of us would have the bicycles, and we're running down through there, and we would have these doors. We'd take doors out of the garage that we found in a kid's dad's closet there, and we'd find the kid's dad's closet. We'd find the Playboy magazines, and then we'd find the door. I'm sorry. I have these, it's memories. We're kids. We're 10 years old. We're going in looking for stuff. Every once in a while we found something, okay? Just saying. Why is it, wasn't. So now let's get back to the story. So we find the door, and we make a ramp, we jump garbage cans. So I come up with this great plan of, Fonzie jumped a shark. So we have the wall, the driveway. So you have that driveway now, okay? So this is the Nicolosis driveway, the wall, okay? And there's about a 14-foot, and if you can see at the top right, the wall is about a foot higher up here than down here. This is Nicolosis. These are our neighbors. And Parkview, go back there just one more time. If we're coming down Parkview Drive on a bicycle, a Huffy, doing 150 mile an hour in the wind, hair blowing in the wind, about this long, gray, and we're going down through there, and 150 mile an hour, you could cut in the Faveras. I mean, these are real names. Maybe I shouldn't do it, but you can cut into the Faveras. That's where Joe and John live. Joe and John outside playing baseball, so you have to stop, throw the ball on the way down halfway. So anyhow, you cut into Faveras, and then you could do that straight shot down that Parkview of about 3 lawns to get to this driveway. So I get the grand ideal, and I sell it to these guys because we're 10 years old. It wasn't a hard sell. I've been in sales my whole life, right? So I tell the guys, look, go back to the driveway, please. We can jump this driveway, okay? I'm telling you, it's only 14 foot. You get the Huffy moving. And then if you get the Huffy moving, then you put baseball cards in the spokes. So now not only are you going 150 mile an hour, you're going about 170 because you hear that click-clack of the carts. Because your mom and dad back then, they invited the friends over on Friday night, and they were at the big dining room table and kids weren't allowed in there. And they had the big glass ashtrays and, Charlene and Charles from Missouri's in there and, Gloria and Jean. And, you got about 6 couples and there's about 4 couples. There's 8 of them in there playing cards. So you go to the drawer and you steal the cards and, all hell breaks loose. You're in trouble. But you got your moms. You remember this? Because I tell you, I don't know what the hell kids do now. What the hell do you do? Because you got the moms. They actually hung clothes out back then. So you go and you steal mom's clothespins, right? So you take the clothespins, right? And you learn how to clap the cards, right, into your spokes. All right, and you're going down, like I said, you're going down the road, Parkview, you're doing 150. Now you got the cards flapping, click, 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 click. So it's got to be good for 15 mile an hour. And there's other things. Then you had the sissy bar. I'm sorry, in 1970, if you don't know what the sissy bar, that's when you walk down the store, you save your $1.89, and in the back bar, right, the back bar, you take that off that goes down, and it's real high, and you can lean back on the sissy bar. You get another 10 mile an hour out of that because you're real cool. You got sissy bar, you got baseball, you got cards, you got playing cards in your spokes, and you're going 150 mile an hour. So there's no way you can't jump this 14 feet, right? So anyhow, you're going down through there, and you say, look, we could do this. So we got to build the ramp. We got to come up with a way to build the ramp. We got to get the elevation correct. We got to take measurements, right? We had to do our engineerings, our calculations. You see what that was with 10-year-old boys. So we had to hit the clubhouse. We had to have a meeting. We did. We had a clubhouse. We had a tree fort out in the back. Okay, so we got to hit the tree fort. We had a meeting. We could jump this. We could do it. We got to get this. We got to get a 2x4. We got to get a piece of wood. We got to get a piece of plywood. Nobody could see us. So we put this elaborate plan together, right? And it's going to be Saturday morning at 10 o'clock on this day. I mean, we're all got it all together, right? I'm going to jump the driveway. So then it come time of who's going to do it. Now, you can't have 10-year-olds going down the hill at the same time hitting the ramp. I mean, God knows, we had a couple spads. Back then, you call them a spad. Look, what are you, a spad? So you got a spad, and you look at the spad, and you say, you can't jump the driveway, damn it, because you'll miss the ramp and crash into the brick wall. We'll all get in trouble. So you eliminate the kids that can't do it, okay, the 10-year-olds, and you got them, and actually how you eliminate them is they can't hit the baseball. If they can't hit the baseball, how the hell are they going to be able to jump a driveway, right? So you start the process of elimination. Then you get the little brothers. If you're 10 and you live in a subdivision, there's 250 houses, and you got 10-year-old kids, guess what you got? You got 10 8-year-olds. So you have to go through the process. It's like the Senate, right? You have to go through the process and eliminate the 8-year-old kids, the little brothers. No, you can't jump it. Mom would kill me if she finds out I let you try to jump this wall. You're only 8. When you grow up, 2 more years, we'll give you a shot, okay? We'll go after this again. So then we have to pick who gets to do the jump. And I mean, this was a serious meeting. It came down to me. I'll do it. And they said, BKP, they called me BKP back then also. They said, BKP, you're going to do the jump? I'll do the jump. Because I have the most playing cards in my spokes. I have a sissy bar. 3 of you do not have a sissy bar, so I know I'm doing 8 to 10 mile an hour faster. And I have done the projections at 10 years old, and I have to hit this at this speed and go this elevation to achieve 14 feet. And you know how I figured that out? Because if Fonzie could jump a shark, I could jump this wall. So anyhow, after the big meeting came down, of the He-Man Women Haters Club, there was no girls at the meeting, okay? But then we went at 10 years old and made sure the girls knew so they would show up. Oh, no, now I'm thinking about how it got around the neighborhood. So anyhow, so we come out of the tree fort. It's determined how we're going to build. It's a true story, man. It's a true story, folks. How we're going to build the ramp, where we're going to set the ramp. Right at the driveway. You got the driveway. It's 14 foot, right? So we have the bottom of the hill, people. Don't forget. The subdivision has the bottom of the hill and the top of the hill. Now you had the bottom of the hill. We had a baseball team. The top of the hill had a baseball team. But these kids, they were 2 different worlds. All right. And you knew if the bottom of the hill kids came north, okay, something was going on. because we didn't let them up on Parkview Drive. We had our turf. We were 10, we had turf. You didn't come up to the top of the hill. We handle our area, you handle your area. So anyhow, where am I at? So we set the date and the time. Somehow it gets around the neighborhood that we're building this ramp, we're preparing it. Well, I have a pit crew. I have a whole crew. We have a staff. We're going to do this Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. So, PTA, Parent-Teacher Conference. The old Parent-Teacher Conference. So it's like on a Thursday night. And this is back when, actually, if there was a PTA meeting, Parent-Teacher Conference, you had all the moms and dads, not just moms, you had everybody in the gym cafetorium. It was a gym when you played basketball. It was a cafeteria at lunch. And it was an auditorium for meetings. So you've got everybody, seems like 7,000 people, but it wasn't really, right? So you got 7,000 people, you got the moms all dressed up, and you got the dads in their tie, and they drag all the kids with them, right? Because it's the PTA summer mixer / what we're doing for the fall event, something, whatever, right? So this is the one everybody goes to. So we're at the Jimmy Cafeteria, Mansfield Township Elementary School, 1970 something. Mom and dad's there, I'm there. My brother, I don't even know if the sisters are there, right? And we're getting ready to leave, and a neighbor from up the street, about 5 houses up, looks at my dad and said, I tell you what, I bet you're excited about the big jump. Oh, hail. So my dad looks at my mom and says, so my dad's getting ready to do, this is a true story. And he says, yes, I appreciate it. So my dad plays with it. Right? So he says, I bet you're excited about the upcoming big jump. Now what the neighbor's trying to do is he's trying to get the word to my dad, like, are you really okay with your son jumping 14 feet and all these 10-year-old kids getting ready to do something crazy where somebody's going to get killed? But that's not what he meant. I mean, that's what my dad was just getting ready to do a great big business deal that week. This is a true story. My dad was getting ready to move his business from Andover, New Jersey. Look it up. You can't make these things. He was getting ready to move the business to Andover, New Jersey, to Blairstown, New Jersey. It's true. So help me God, strike me. So they're getting ready to move this business, right? And the neighbor says, I bet you're excited about the big jump. So I'm walking to the car. I'm 10 years old. And I know what the hell the guy, I'm not going to give you his name, but I knew his daughter. Leave it there, okay? I told you, we told the girls because we wanted to be cool. Now, I think that may have been inappropriate in today's world in 2017, but we come out of the tree for it. We said, what do we got to do? First, we got to keep it a secret. Second, we got to tell the girls because there are girls on Parkview Drive, right? Not everybody's a boy. So anyhow, we're going home. And I've got the mom and dad in the front seat and we're in the back seat. And my dad looks over at my mom and says, how does he know I'm moving my business? How does he know? And they're having this whole conversation. It's only 4 miles from the house, the elementary school, right? But for me, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm sitting back there saying, oh my God. I know the girl that told her dad and her dad, I know the big jump. So I'm sitting back there, do I tell about the big jump or do I not tell it? I am sweating bullets. And I said, you know what? They'll never know. It'll come Saturday at 10 o'clock. Saturday at 10 o'clock, it will come, right? We'll do the big jump. Then I'll be a hero. And then all the girls on Parkview Drive, as I ride my bicycle by their house, will be saying, that's the guy that did the big jump. No, you got to drive? Yeah, that's serious. So, I mean, this is true. It's like it's yesterday. So anyhow, so we go home. I'm like, oh my God. So immediately I counsel with Jerry. And Jerry's 8, right? What the hell are we going to do? I may have said that actually. So then the next morning I go to get my friends. I said, what are we going to do, man? I mean, does your parents know? No, they don't know. Okay, so we calm down, right? So 10 o'clock Saturday morning comes. And here comes all these people walking up from the bottom of the hill. Because the whole 250 houses know the big jump's happening. Nobody wants to miss the big jump. See, it started out that just 10 of us 10-year-old kids thought we'd go out there on a Saturday morning. Dads are washing the driveway. Moms are hanging out clothes. I know that was very sexist, right? But that's what happened. It's like 1970, right? Mom's hanging clothes with the clothespins that she can find that we didn't steal from her. And Dad's washing the driveway. And, you know, it's America, right? So we're figuring 10 kids and, you know, a handful of kids around the neighborhood. And nobody's going to know what we've done. And we're going to pull the ramp out, throw it up, come down Parkview Drive, 150 mile an hour, jump this, get to the other side, slide sideways on the bike, stand up and say, and, you know, there'll be cheers. No, here comes a massive army of people from the bottom of the hill. So the people at the top of the hill say, something's going on, because here comes the people at the bottom of the hill. They don't just come up here. All right? Next thing we know, around the driveway, did you see? No exaggeration. I know it's a couple years ago, so I'm just going to say, there's 200 people. That ain't no lie. So we're up, and I got my bicycle in Nick's garage, and all the 10-year-olds, and they're out there, they're spying like they're out there, they're going, man, the place is getting packed. What's going on? So they're in there, my pit crew, and they're doing some last-minute adjustments on the bike. We got Dad's wrenches out. I mean, this is back when a kid actually said, what's this wrench do? So we're making sure, I'm like, make sure that wheel's tight. Make sure my handlebars, the gooseneck. Do you know what a gooseneck is? It's where it grabs the handlebars. I tell you, what's a sad damn day in America that a kid doesn't know what a handlebar gooseneck. So you got this thing comes out, it's gooseneck, your handlebars go through, and it's got teeth. And you got to tighten it up, because there's always a time when you slammed on your brakes and your handlebars went forward, and you went forward and you were hoping you still had teeth, right? So we're tightening up the gooseneck on the bike. We're tightening up the tires. We're checking the air, checking the air on the tire, everything, right? You know, making sure I have my safety flag. They came out on the sissy bar. There's a massive crowd around this driveway that you see right there. Next thing we know, my mom and dad head up there. What's going on? Somebody said, because they're in the house next door, like, what's the crowd? Let me go see. So they go over, what's going on? Some guy says, hey, kid's gonna jump the wall. It's Nicolosi's wall. Always, kid's gonna jump the wall. Now see, we used to come down and just jump the wall softly onto the driveway and skid our tire. Yeah, we'd do that, just jump off. My mom, what do you mean a kid's gonna jump the wall? Who? Some kid named BKP. He's going to jump the wall. My mom and dad back then, that's where I got it. They were like, what the hell? Right? Next thing I know, my mom gets the weapon. What was the weapon? I don't know. What was your weapon? The fly swatter. So mom gets the fly swatter. So she comes up to Nick's garage. Where is this BKP they speak of? He's up there in the pits with his bike, his Huffy. So next thing I know, we're in there, and here comes Mom in here. What are you doing? Nothing, Mom. No, I'm not doing nothing. Why are all these people out here saying that you're going to jump this wall? It's not true, Mom. Get your ass home now. Man, in front of 200 people, she fly swatted my ass all the way to the house. So not only did I not jump the wall, everybody in the neighborhood knew that I got my ass beat for just attempting the wall jump. So I guess the end of the story is we didn't jump the wall. It didn't happen. It didn't go off.
That is a sad ending to that story.
We didn't jump the wall. We couldn't. I mean, it is history. It is known. If you go there today, 30 years later, or how old, really, what was it? Let's see, if 40 years? Oh, hell. I've got to quit counting. If you go to this driveway today, 40 years later, it's known as Nicolosi's Wall. And there's always the story of the day BKP was going to jump the wall with his Huffy bicycle and his playing cards in the spokes with his sissy bar, doing 150 mile an hour with a ramp made from a door with 2x4s with his pit crew that accidentally told the girls in the neighborhood. I better end it there. Let's take a quick break and I'll come back and tell you about a flexible flyer. Let's go there, okay?
You
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Tis the season of huge year-end discounts at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Every 2017 and 2018 Chevy is discounted deep right now. Like $5,000 off Equinox LT from $26,750, or a whopping $10,000 off new Silverado Crew Cabs from $33,695. Unwrap huge holiday savings on every Chevy at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where we make the holidays bright.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Kenty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Fine sterling silver, luxurious baby alpaca and exotic woods. A beautiful selection of exquisitely crafted gifts for all of your special occasions. Visit our website, artesiansilvergifts.com, or follow us on Twitter at Artesian Silver Gifts. Kenty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop in downtown Blue Ridge.
Okay, so we're back. I've got 10 minutes. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I'll elaborate on this story a little later, okay? So, Christmas presents. Now, the thing is, I told you about the bicycle, right? We got that for Christmas, 1970-something, right? So today, what do the kids get for Christmas that they talk about 40 couple years later? What do they get that they're able to enjoy these great stories 40 couple years later? Okay? So here's another one. Now, I understand in the Deep South, and don't get upset, and let's not get north, south, east, west. Let's not get all bent out of shape. But I understand in the Deep South, you're not running downstairs at 8 years old to find this under your tree. A flexible flyer. Okay. I understand. Okay. So, let me tell you. So, you got the flexible flyer. You're 8 years old, or, well, you always use 10 for a round number, right? So you run downstairs, 8 years old, and there's this flexible flyer under the tree. So you don't know what to pick up first. The Huffy bike and sit on it, or the flexible flyer. So here it is 40 plus years later. And that flexible flyer. Now go back. We got this. Now I watch. What is that? What is that Olympic sport? Is it Skeletor or whatever? Where the guy's laying on his back, right? And he's running down through there at 90 miles an hour. They got nothing on us. Nothing. I mean, this flexible flyer. I mean, it was like a 2-man bobsled. That's when some dude jumped on your back. You know. Or somebody jumped on the back and said, hey, come on, man, let's go down the hill. So nothing compared to it. So go back to Parkview Drive. Parkview, the drive. You see that? Not only, this was a year-round event. Now in the summer you had the bicycle. But I'm going to tell you, we had winters. We had hard winters in this subdivision. And Parkview Drive was the ultimate sleigh riding road. I mean, you get to the top. You can't see in this picture the top. You get to the top, right? And everybody's 10 years old. And then you got the 8-year-old brothers, right? You got 10-year-old boys. And then what do you got? You got 10 8-year-old, the little brothers, right? Now, so you're at the top of the hill, and you know how to get a run. I always watch the bobsled guys and then jump into the sled. Nobody knew. This was an Olympic sport. Nobody knew how to get that run and throw that flexible flyer down and take off and get to the bottom of the hill like the 10-year-old boys on the sled like we did. And we're going down through there flying. And guess what? Before we do, we take snow and we build ramps. Hey, it's summertime, wintertime, you can jump no matter what you're on, right? So we build up snow in certain areas, go through somebody's front yard, hit the ramp, keep going, slide sideways. Now, so at the bottom of Parkview, which you can't see, you're at the bottom. You go across the street and there's this lady's house, and then right behind her house is the woods. We had a little set of woods that separated, remember I told you earlier, bottom of the hill, top of the hill. So we were separated by this little area called woods. We'll tell you a story about that one day, all right? So anyhow, so you go flying down Parkview, and we would go behind this lady's house, and right at the edge of the woods, right? At the edge of the woods, we would pile up the snow to stop us. So we go down there, all 10 of us, 10-year-old kids, before we start, we did work, right? So we go down there and we build the wall to stop us. So that way we don't go flying down the hill and one of us get killed, right? Going in the woods, hit a tree. Because, boom, we wanted to hit that wall. So we work on that. We'd have snowstorms that we could sleigh ride for 6-7 days in a row, right? Anyhow, so we go down there and we build the wall, okay? We're flying down through there. Nicky's in the lead. I got to give it to Nicky. He's in the lead. So Nicky, the kid up the street, Nicky's in the lead. Little foreign kid. And he's going down through there, and he's in the lead in his flexible flyer. And we go through the lady's backyard. We hit the end of Parkview. We go through the lady's backyard. And the wall does not hold. He doesn't hold. Now, Nicky's 8. Nicky's 8. We're 10. Nicky's one of the little brothers, all right? Nicky was a pretty cool kid. I still know Nick today, 40-something years later. So, Nicky, the wall doesn't hold. Now, I told you in this subdivision, that wall, Nicolosi's wall, is still famous today. There's kids. They tell the story at the bus stop. You remember when BKB was going to jump the wall? This is famous too, 40-some years. So the wall doesn't hold. We're going down through there. Our faces are red. We've got our hats on and everything, our gloves on. And we can't stop because Nicky hit the wall and kept going on the flexible flyer. And boom, he's out into the woods. And he jumps. Right? He hits a tree. We're all wondering, is Nicky okay? I mean, we're sitting there at 10 years old. Oh my God, is Nicky alive? What happened to Nicky? He won't be there next year to help jump the garbage cans with his bicycle. So anyhow, we look up and Nicky gets up. You know that feeling like, is he okay? So we're standing on the edge. Nicky gets up. he shakes the snow off of him. Have you ever seen a kid that's just covered in snow and they start wiping it off of him, right? So Nicky stands up. He's getting the snow off of him, right? He's in the super duper snowsuit, right? Nicky looks at us at 8 years old, and he turns around, and we're like, Nicky, are you okay? And we're waiting. It's that silence. And this 8-year-old kid through a snowsuit grabs his crotch and says, I hurt my tootsies. I swear to God, I hurt my tootsies. So to this day, folks, in Diamond Hill, in Mansfield Township, New Jersey, at the end of Parkview Drive, in the back of this lady's house or whoever lives there now, there's a little crest that jumps into the woods, and it's known to this day as Tootsie's Cliff. So help me God, strike me dead. That's Tootsie's Cliff. Everybody know it. I could call a friend of mine. And say Merry Christmas. I could call a Nicolosi, the next door neighbor, Nicolosi. I could call Robert. Robert, Merry Christmas. Yeah, you remember when Nicky hurt his Tootsies? Yeah, I remember like it was yesterday. Right there on Tootsie Cliff. Folks, I'm your host, BKP. I cannot tell you how much fun I've had today telling you this story, telling you these stories, enjoying it. We will be at Circuit World of Blue Ridge tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. I will not be telling any more stories. I have some more to tell, Sam. I can tell several more. And then we'll have to do the BKP Unplugged, like the MTV did. We'll have to do BKP Unplugged. There's a couple stories, even at 10 years old, I don't know if I should do on the show. So we'll call them. The next one I'll tell you is about cleaning out the garage. Okay, so any kid should have to be able to clean out a garage or know what you find in the garage. Whew. So anyhow, tomorrow we will be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. 8 to 10. We will have an Ask the Doc segment. We will have a Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. We will have an all-star panel. Would you like to be on our all-star panel? Send me a message, chief@fetchernews.com, or get in touch with me, 706-889-9700. If you'd like to join us on the all-star panel, we will have Jason Banks, Team FYN Sports. Jason Banks is going to talk tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. We're going to be talking of all the GHSA high school football. The new regions are out, team alignments. There's new things going on. He's going to brief us on what's going on with all of the football teams in our viewing area that we cover. And also, don't forget, at 10 o'clock here, it's our Ugly Christmas Sweater Contest. Send your ugly Christmas sweater to us now. Today's the last day, up to midnight tonight. You can send it to chief@fetchernews.com. You can send it to our Facebook page, Fetcher News, or you can send it to our Facebook page, or you can send it to 706-889-9700. 3 different prizes: $25 gift certificate to Mesquite Grill, $25 gift certificate to Ace Hardware in Blue Ridge, and a several $100 value at Unique Spa there in Brasstown Valley. Equani. I'm sorry. All right. Equani, not Unique. It's a unique place. Equani Spa, 50-minute Swedish massage, 1-hour facial. Send that sweater to us now, and we will be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. Take us out of here, Sam.